This is Dr. Kovac. Can you read me?
Loud and clear, Doc. Kinda told you can call me Jim.
As you like, Mr. Jim. I was hoping you could pay me a visit in my lab as your circumstances and logistics allow. Oh, and I believe I'm to mention that remuneration is involved.
So you have a job for me?
I believe I made that abundantly clear.
Oh, abundantly. I'll drop by soon, Doc.
Hey, Jim. How's Hank?
Sprouting up like a beanstalk.
I only took this job because Braddock didn't seem like too much of a Nevik toady. But the way he buckles to these crazy rules, man. Here we are in a turf war with these acrid, day to day, hour to hour, but if we put weapons on a rig, oh no, then we're not a science op, but a military op, and Braddock doesn't get to be in charge. Like anyone's gonna rat him out for letting us protect ourselves.
He needed something to take his mind off the cold, so I gave him my brother's guitar. For never having taken any lessons, he's damn good. Listen.
Any idea how hard it is to keep a hot meal hot, Brett? Don't you forget to eat before you...
Know why they call him Old Man Braddock? It ain't on account of his age. That's the joke, man. He's in his 40s. He's been so stressed out since he's been running this operation. He's put in a dozen years in a matter of months. Let that be a lesson to you, brother. Never forget, it's just a job.
Easy for you to say. You're just a researcher. You could check out for a week and it's not like the joint would come crashing down. Braddock's on all the time because that's what we need.
Hey, not for nothing. He takes it personal. Whole thing's his brainchild, you know? It's not like he drew the short straw. He chose this place, made the plans, pitched Nevik on the whole deal. Sure, he's in good with him. Practically family, but that doesn't mean his ass ain't on the line. And us with it.
Right. I heard something about that. Special relationship with Nevik, they called it. Had something to do with his dad?
Yeah. Papa Braddock was some big macher for Nevik back in the day.
Whatever that means. Look, the man was a hero, a legend. Made Nevik what it is today, so I've been told.
Hey, no need to slander the man. Let's be fair. He made Nevik what it was 40 years ago. The stuff they've been up to since, that's somebody else's fault.
Oh, hey, Jim. Here to give us a shot to get even?
Not today, fellas. Me and Gertie got rounds to make.
Gertie?
His rig. You know, like you named your...
Jim, word is you're close to beating LaRoche on the board.
Ah, who's counting?
About time someone punched a hole in that windbag. Don't apologize for doing us all a favor.
After months of rolling blackouts to fight record strains on the power grid, the president is attempting to tackle the national energy crisis head-on. This morning, he unveiled a new energy bill promoting energy-efficient homes and alternative energy production. Critics complain the bill is flimsy and does nothing to address the soaring energy prices across the globe. Meanwhile, the blackouts are severely disrupting the private sector across the country, and financial losses are mounting. Experts predict no end in sight for the recession, while on the horizon, a global energy crisis looms. For IBR, this is Suzanne Lee. After months of rolling blackouts to fight record strains on the power grid, the president is attempting to tackle the national energy crisis head-on. This morning, he unveiled a new energy bill promoting energy-efficient homes and alternative energy production. Critics complain the bill is flimsy and does nothing to address the soaring energy prices across the globe. Meanwhile, the blackouts are severely disrupting the private sector across the country, and financial losses are mounting. Experts predict no end in sight for the recession, while on the horizon, a global energy crisis looms. For IBR, this is Suzanne Lee.
Stand by.
Remember that 800-page questionnaire we all had to fill out before we came to this planet? How the hell did Kovac pass the personality screening? He must have cheated, right? I mean, have you spoken to the man? Every time I look at that enormous head of his, I imagine a little alien inside operating at controls. Or maybe a super intelligent lab rat.
Dr. Kovac never settles for mediocrity when greatness would do. His naysayers simply envy his talents, I think. Like Dr. Roman. She could achieve as much as Dr. Kovac if only she wants so. What is the word I'm looking for? Ethical. Can you imagine?
Dr. Roman and I certainly had our issues, but I do wonder how she's doing out there. Living off base out in the white like a mountain man is a bit of an overreaction if you ask me, but she was never one for half measures.
Exposure to the extreme cold reduces blood flow and constricts your blood vessels, reducing your circulatory system's overall volume and increasing your blood pressure. This causes your body to reduce fluid volume by getting rid of the excess water.
So in other words...
When you get cold, you want to pee.
All right. Thanks for that.
No problem. As you are undoubtedly aware, I've been tasked with rendering thermal energy a viable and cost-effective power source. Unfortunately, the T-energy from subterranean sources, while plentiful enough to run the Coronis installation, has a purity level entirely too weak for the audacious experiments we seek to conduct.
So, the stuff we drill out of the ground, not pure enough for science.
If paraphrasing me is critical to your comprehension, then yes. Now listen, the acrid. There are wild variances in their impurity index. Some are promisingly pure, potentially pure enough for our purposes. I need a survey of local acrid, samples of their T-energy in the hopes that we can find one with a pure enough composition.
So you want me to kill acrid, basically?
Yes. I'm hoping to take advantage of your noteworthy efficiency as a killing machine. So, let us begin with the Sapaya, those wretched things that so bedeviled our arrival. If you could kill 20 or so and collect their T-energy samples, I should be able to extrapolate a purity index through vertical analysis of the...
Kill 20 acrid, bring you this bill. That's the gig? All over it. Thanks, Doc.
Let me update your map with the best place to look for them based on recent sightings and migration patterns. And if you'd kindly hold still, I'd like to equip a sniffer attachment to your suit's tank. It'll automatically gather samples of T-energy particulates in the air after you've made a kill, so you can just focus on the killing. Such pitiable incuriosity.